Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Light back with another YouTube video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing X-Men The Last Stand 2006 review here on the channel. So if you missed the other two reviews, I've already reviewed X-Men 1 and X-Men X2. Or sorry, X2 I mean, my apologies. So now I'm doing X-Men The Last Stand or X-Men 3. So I guess let's get into it. Now, X-Men The Last Stand. Now, this movie is very hated. A lot of people don't like it, but the hate seems to ease down in the past few years, just stemming from movies coming out yeah, and just some people like this better than some of the recently released movies and all this different stuff. So the hate's kind of gone down, but I remember back a few years ago, this movie was despised. Nobody liked it. People don't consider this an X-Men movie, and there's some couple reasons which I'll go over in the video. But yeah, I guess let's commence. So X-Men: The Last Stand. This story, I'll just give a synopsis of what happens. Pretty much, Jean Grey ends up getting the Phoenix Force, and she ends up becoming bad. And pretty much the last few X-Men end up having to band together to fight off a whole army of mutants that are seeking to kill a boy who his power is to basically create cure for um, mutants. So that's what the main storyline's about. And there's lots of problems that in what I just said as well. A lot of problems with the plot. But I guess let's just start off with the good stuff. So one of the things that come off straight in my mind at least is definitely the action. Now I know what some of you might be saying. Oh, the action was terrible. It's terrible out of the trilogy. In my opinion, the action in this movie was better than the first movie. I might regret that, but again, that's in my opinion. I don't know. I prefer more of just straight to it, killing and battling and stuff. Rather than in X-Men, for example, they just fought and fought, and it was lengthy and it was just a bit annoying. Whereas in this movie, it was just more fighting and yeah. Another positive is this movie introduced a few more familiar faces. In the case of Beast and they call him Angel in this, but like in the comics and stuff, his name is Archangel. Uh, so yeah, I have a few problems with them, but it was all right because it introduced those characters, and those characters are pretty major in the comics as well. Um, yeah, so there's that. Uh, Acting. Let's move on, I guess, to acting. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, not many did a good job. I guess Ian McKellen does a good job as Magneto. Same with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, but and Halle Berry as Storm. But like, I can't even lie, the person who acted as Dark Phoenix, not a huge fan. Gonna be honest with you guys. Um, yeah, I thought Hank McCoy, the person who played him, actually played him decently well, honestly, because he put that perfect like match of like wit and just helping other people, other mutants and stuff. I thought that was really well done. Uh, yeah, and the next thing would probably be it elevates a few of these characters to better moments. Like for example, Iceman, his role is much elevated. Same with Kitty Pryde, Storm as well. I felt their moments were a bit upgraded because for the fact that like they weren't really used too much in the other movies, even though they're kind of big members as well. So that was something else that was pretty good. Another like advantage, I would say. But yeah, I guess let's get into the negatives. I guess so. There's a lot of negatives. This movie again, it was kind of terrible. It was really bad in my opinion. Uh, Negatives again. Story and plot. this story was terrible. Like, it was terrible. Actually, I'll say something first. This was a damn near terrible adaptation. I thought it was terrible. Really disliked the adaptation for the fact that it didn't really strive off the comics. Um, the fact that Jean Grey ended up killing off Cyclops and Professor X, one of which didn't even matter because Professor X just came back magically, but Cyclops never did. Uh, I thought that was so stupid killing them off, especially in that way that they were dead. They killed off. Professor X was all right, but like Cyclops shouldn't have died like that. That was kind of very stupid. Uh, it just doesn't. It was like very poorly written, especially the way Jean supposedly had gotten her powers. Like, they barely even showed that. They just showed her turning evil. That's all. Um, I thought it was so stupid the way that was. Uh, yeah. Another thing would probably be this is an okay time to do this adaptation. I mean, you're 3 movies in, probably you're losing your actors soon. So I was like, I guess it's all right to make an adaptation at this time. Like, I think it wasn't too rushed. They just did it very poorly and felt rushed. It just, yeah, again, they did it very poorly. Um, yeah, not, yeah, again, they did it poorly and stuff, so that wasn't enjoyable. And again, with the story, it the story doesn't really revolve around too much of this mutant cure nonsense. I thought that was really stupid as well. Uh, I already explained about the whole Cyclops and Professor X dying, as well as Mystique just getting casted away like that. Another thing would probably be costume choices. Holy crap, this was some bad costume choices. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. What was Juggernaut's costume choice? Oh my god, that was bad. Uh, that was terrible. Like, that's got to be the worst comic book adaptation I've ever seen in my life in terms of costumes. It was the Juggernaut costume was terrible. Uh, Magneto's costume wasn't too good. Pyro barely even had a costume. Archangel didn't even have a costume. Uh, Wolverine. I mean, the X-Men had decent costumes. Dark Phoenix, terrible costume. I I just thought these costumes were terrible. That's one thing I do not like about these first original 3 X-Men movies is these costumes. They're just I don't really like it. In all honesty, uh, yeah, terrible costume choices. Next up would probably be characters. Like I said before on positives, uh, this introduces Beast and Archangel decently, but just the way Archangel is in this movie, I'm not a huge fan, or should I say Angel? Sorry about that. I'm just I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of him being introduced, but I find that they did a better job of introducing him than they did in per se, or they dealing with him than per se in X Men Apocalypse. But that was just stupid. But in this, he's just partially in this movie. To be honest with you guys, like, he just shows up out of nowhere. It's not like he has he has a dedicated story, but it just feels like we just get glimpses of him, and it wasn't too well put. Um, Beast wise, I mean, Beast wasn't too much of a negative. I didn't have a huge problem with him, but yeah, yeah. And then I kind of felt as if it was also a bit kind of stupid with the way they handled Jean Grey's character in this. Like, they just made her look like she was stupid, and like, I don't know, she was just the way she was acting in this movie was a bit stupid. Like, I think in Dark Phoenix it was all right the way she was acting, but in this she's just like a murdering psycho right off the bat. Like, she's not layered or anything like that, like how the Jean Grey we saw in Dark Phoenix was, the Sophie Turner one. Whereas in this one, it's just she's very unlayered. It's easily just to go like, she's the bad guy, done. Uh, yeah, and that brings up to another problem, which is going to be the villain. Now, I don't even know who the villain is of this movie, because some could say Jean Grey, and some could say it's mutants and Magneto, or some could say there is no villain, it's just plot. So that's another thing. They didn't write the villain well. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be Jean Grey with Magneto kind of playing a subsidiary villain, but I find Jean Grey didn't play much of a villainous role. She was just pretty much just there closer to the end where they had to fight her. She was just there, but like Magneto was fighting the X-Men and everything. Whereas again with Jean Grey, she was just like she just came out the ending. She's trying to beat up everybody or whatever, or she was at the start she was like killing a few people, but that's about it for her really. And I just dislike it a lot, and I wasn't a huge fan. But anyways, I guess I'll get my overall rating right now. Right away, I'm gonna rate this movie about a 6.5 out of 10. That action brings up a little bit, so yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.